Hey guys, this is Dave and Pete, and we're going to be showing you guys some exercises in the gym today.
Alright, so if you're looking to bulk up, maybe put on some muscle size. First thing is you always have to keep in mind that when you work out and you really want to tear your muscle, you have to spend a while on certain muscles. So, to give you an example, when I go to the gym, when David goes to the gym, we generally do 1 or 2 muscle groups in one day. So, for instance, I'll have like a chest and like a forearm day. Be just one day. So right now I'm going to show you everything, but keep in mind that generally you want to try to do many exercises on one day that isolate one muscle group. So right now we're going to do chest, and the best exercise, that's pretty much out there for chest is the bench press. Everybody knows about the bench press. So we're just going to show you some form, and in case you don't know about it, we'll show you now. So Dave's going to go ahead and do some. Right now he's going to do a warm up. So he's only going to bench the bar. So it's just going to help him stretch out and get a little bit warmed up so that he can bench like actual weight. So there's rings on the bars right here where his hands are, and that can help you determine how far apart you need to put your hands.
You generally want your hands to be a little bit wider than your shoulders. Just going to do a few warm up.
So notice how his elbows are a little bit more in. They're not completely like this. Because again, that can hurt your shoulders. So they're a little bit more like this. And he's bringing it right on down to his chest and then up. And if you can help it, you don't want to lock out too hard when you get to the top because you can hurt your elbows. So if you can lock out without like actually blocking your elbows is best.
Also, when you guys are doing this exercise, you saw that you want to touch your chest, but you don't really want to hit your chest very hard.
Bounce it off your chest.
When you're using a heavier weight, repeated hits to the chest can cause fractures in your sternum and other bones in your body. You might not feel like it's doing a lot when you're actually doing the exercise, but later it can come back to bite you.
Yeah.
So now we're going to put on, this is going to be 135 pounds. And when you guys are doing bench press, you really want to have a spotter, because if you're going to failure, like with this type of exercise, you usually want to go until you can't do any more. We're just going to do a set of 8 reps, but you definitely want a spotter with this type of exercise.
You always want to try to put on clips. Right now we don't have any clips on hand, but generally clips is a really good idea, especially if you have to bench alone, because you can wobble and the weight can fall off, and that's a mess. So when you're squatting, you want to just lift it up for him, let him take it, and then watch out for when he struggles, or if he says help. Usually that's a key word, and you just help him put it back up. But again, he's trying to maintain form. He's got his hand positioned nicely. Then you help him back it up. And then you generally want to do probably about 3 sets. Or, you can do more, maybe 4.
Maybe 3 to 5 sets is about 5 being at the maximum. Then you want to move to a different exercise.
Yeah, there's other gyms that have incline and decline bench press, which will do the top of your chest and the bottom of your chest. This is flat, so it just does your chest in general. So now we're just going to move over and do some dumbbell work.
Alright, so we showed you guys the bench press on the bench with a bar, and now we're going to show you a different way to do it. Now we are using 2 50-pound dumbbells. You can really use whatever weight you'd like. With this exercise, you usually want to go a little bit lighter because it's harder to control the dumbbells without the bar in between them. Peter's just going to demonstrate what it's going to look like. You want to generally keep the same form as the bench press. You want to keep your elbows pretty well tucked. Same, a little bit wider than shoulder grip, and then just press up and come back down. So he's going to demonstrate for you.
And Dave's going to spot me. If you have a spotter doing this, generally grab it by the wrists and help them put it up if they need it. So you get situated right here, find your balance, and then begin.
And even even once you get good at this exercise, it's still hard to control heavier weights because there's just not as much balance.
And then just bring it here. So like as you're struggling, or like if it gets too tough, then your spotter can jump in. So, yeah.
So the main thing we want to talk about with these different exercises is that when you are trying to bulk up in a muscle or just in your body in general, you want to trick your body with different exercises. If you do the same exercise all day long for 2 hours, you're going to gain a little bit of mass, but your body is just going to be stimulated in one way, and that's not going to do enough for it. You want to use different exercises for your muscles throughout the workout.
Yeah, the thing that's so cool about just doing the dumbbell bench press is that it takes a lot more balance, and that you don't realize how much more work that is. So like I could do 100 pounds worth of dumbbells, and that'll be equivalent to doing 135 pounds or more on a bench press.
Okay, so this next exercise we're going to show you guys is another exercise for your chest. It's called peg flies. And with this exercise, you want to use pretty lightweight. I mean, the last exercise we used 50 pounds, now we're only using 25. And the reason is this way of working out can put a lot of stress on your elbows and your rear delts, which is why he's going to demonstrate for us. But you want to have your elbows bent. You don't want to have them completely straight like this because you're really going to hurt yourself. What you're doing is your back is on the bench. You're just going from this position down. You're not going all the way back. This is going to stretch your shoulders, elbows, and the back of your shoulders. So you don't want to do that. You just want to keep in control of the weights the whole time. Just up and down. And then you can have a spotter for this exercise. It's a little bit more difficult. I'm trusting Peter to be able to do it, but if he needed help, I would go ahead and bring my hands on his hands and just help him to bring it back up.
And there's different ways to grip it too. This weight, some people put their thumbs behind the bar. Just that is easier for some people. So, anyways, it looks like this.
And this exercise, more than the others, will really stretch out the center of your chest. It's hard to hit the center of the chest in most exercises. This is one that will really isolate it. And once again, we're talking about different exercises for the body to try and trick it to get it to grow. This is exactly what we're talking about. You don't want to just do bench press, and you don't want to just do flies. You want to have a combination of both and other exercises.
So again, like you can have your hand on either side of the bar. Some people like to put it here. I don't know if you can see. Some people like to put their hand here versus this. I personally do this. But if you go like this, I mean, it's the same. It just puts it slightly differently on your forearm. It's really whatever's comfortable. So, anyway, that was flies. There's a couple different ways to do them. If you do it with lighter weight, you can extend your arms a little bit more. If you're doing heavier weight, you can bring your arms in closer. But you definitely don't ever want to be locked out because that could hurt your elbows. And yeah, it really stretches out your chest. It gets to the tops of your shoulders here and the inside of your chest. And it's just definitely another great workout that you want to try to incorporate in your chest routine.
Okay, so we showed you the exercises for chest. Now we're going to show you a few for arms. And in this exercise, we're going to be working our triceps, which is the back of your arm. And a lot of people, when they want to get big arms, they work their biceps, but your triceps are actually 2/3 of your arms. So if you want huge arms sticking out of your shirt, work your triceps a little bit.
Absolutely.
And this exercise is fairly simple, but it's also easy to get hurt on, so you got to be very careful. What you're going to do is you're going to bring the weight above your head, behind your shoulders, and you want to just bring it down slowly, and then up. Down slowly, and up. You want your elbows to stay in, you don't want them out like this.
Yeah, the key is the elbow position.
So I'm just going to demonstrate it for you guys. You don't want to use too heavy of a weight. You want to be in full control of the weight the entire time that you're doing the exercise, and make sure that you don't hurt yourself, and also to get the best contractions.
Yeah, this this exercise, although very good for your triceps, you need to have your elbows warmed up because it puts a lot of strain right in the back here for the tendons in your elbows. You're not going to injure yourself doing this, but you want to make sure that you're warmed up first, or at least start with a lighter weight, then increase. And yeah, it's very good, especially for your long tricep head. It's a good workout for that too. So.
All right, so now we're going to show you skull crushers.
Alright, so skull crushers you do with a small bar. It can be curved, doesn't have to be, but this one is slightly curved, the bar that is. So you can, again, adjust the weights and put on the clip so it doesn't, if you wobble a little bit, your weight will stay on. And this one, you're going to sit and actually lay back with your head right on the edge of the bench. And you're going to lean your arms a little bit out, and then just bring it straight down like this.
And with this exercise, we're using very light weight. Just for the demonstration, you want to actually use a pretty decently heavy weight. Again, you want to have, if you were using a heavy weight, you can spot him being right here, just to make sure that it doesn't go down and bang on the floor or hurt him.
And you want to try your hardest to try to keep your elbows in the same position. It doesn't help to bring them back like this. That's actually a different exercise. So if you can try to keep your elbows in the same spot, that's going to really help your triceps.
And you can also do this exercise with 2 dumbbells. You just put them in your hands like this and do it the same exact way. The bar is just easier for stabilization. Just helps you to control it more.
Mm-hmm. So that's definitely a great exercise. Mix those two together and you'll have a very good tricep exercise. Again, 3 sets or